Hello YouTube and welcome back. I am your host, the Red Dragon Elf, and today we're going to be diving into a game that I've wanted to play on my channel since I heard it was coming to consoles, as that's primarily what I game on right now. So we're going to be taking a look at MW5 Mercenaries, and yes, I've got the two current DLCs. That means, so we're playing MW5 Mercenaries, Legend of the Kestrel Lancers. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go through and start a career. A fresh, new career. I know this is not my first time playing any sort of Mech Warrior game. I know I have prior experience, not a lot, with MW5, Mech Warrior Online, Mech Assault for the Xbox, and the tabletop Battletech, which is what I originally got started with, as my late grandfather got me introduced to Battletech with the Mech Warrior RPG tabletop. And if I can remember correctly, the mech that I started with was, in fact, a Hatamoto Chi with the Draconis Combine. And I had a blast with it, and that was my first actual taste of Battletech. I even got my own miniature. Of course, I didn't know the first thing about painting miniatures back then. Back then meaning, sorry for that abrupt pause, everybody. My cousin came in while I was recording, so I had to pause and see what he wanted. But yes, I didn't know the first thing about painting models at the time, and these weren't the plastic models that we can now 3D print or get. It was one of these die-cast Hatamoto Chi models, and it was awesome. He painted it up wonderfully, beautifully. I wish I still had it. I really do. But enough about that. If you like this sort of content, be sure to leave a rating, comment if you want to, and subscribe, and push that notification bell, as it does help out small YouTubers like myself and many others. But with introductions and how I got started with Battletech out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into this, shall we? Hold on. Drop sound effects a little bit because I don't want to blow y'all's ears out. We're going to drop this down to maybe 70. $80 on music. Voices are fine. You should let me know if whenever I hold on. Trying to get it lined up properly, because where I'm sitting I have to have my camera at a slight angle. So. And if you hear the sound of the rain, it's raining over here where I'm at. Sorry. Got to get this adjusted. Push it in just a little bit. Yeah. Live editing here, folks. Okay. That should be good. Hopefully. It looks weird. It really does. Doesn't help that the the television is sitting at a slight angle. Okay. So we have applied, yes. Okay, now we go back. Go to single player here. New career. Okay, so I can start in the Kestrel Lancers, which starts in the year 3026. Or I can pick one of the other 5 great houses that start in 3015 and work my way up to 3026 and then run through the Kestrel Lancers with y'all. If y'all like this content and want to see more of it. And no, Tokaiden is not stopping. I'm just putting it on the back burner because I ran out of things to comment about. I know that's like no excuse, but we're not going to start in Rosahog because that's 3035. That's after the Succession Wars. So, should I just start with Draconis Combine? Because that's what I started with when I first started Battletech? Probably. So we're going to be running a Jenner. Panther, Spider, and a Locust. Locust 1V, Spider 5V. Look at all the jump jets. PPC SRM Panther. And the laser SRM variant of the Jenner. And if y'all want to know anything about any of these mechs or the great houses, go to sarna.net. That has a list of everything that you would like to know about Battletech. Because, yes, I have prior experience, but I am in no means an expert on the subject at all. None. At all. But just weird that the House KURITA starts with a light mech lance, all ranging from about 20 to 35 tons. So it's not, we were not starting with a medium, which is kind of bad, but it's okay. I can make it work. Career mode is an open-ended sandbox experience meant for veteran players. It is recommended if you're familiar with the core mechanics of MW5, which I am. I've played the campaign, not in recording, but I have played it. No new career.
In 2108, humanity began colonizing the stars. Their reach would eventually span a vast region of space known as the Inner Sphere. During its golden age, under the governance of the Starlink, the Inner Sphere experienced unprecedented peace, prosperity, and technological advancement. But with a great rise comes a great fall. Beset by greed and mistrust, humanity splintered. The Starlink crumbled. Technological advancement slowed. The great houses, each vying for supremacy, turned on one another, engaging in a series of conflicts known as the Succession Wars. Amidst this chaos, mercenaries became the proxy forces for the great houses. Numerous battlefields sprung up across the Inner Sphere, dominated by hulking war machines known as battle mechs. The year is now 3015, and these steel behemoths have become the tools of the mercenaries' trade. It's a lucrative time, yet one beset with perils of all kinds. Only the most skilled and brave among them will rise
there you go. That's a little synopsis of the BattleTech lore. It's not much, but as you heard, in 2108, humanity started colonizing the stars. And eventually known space that we know of at this time was called the inner sphere. But because of war and distrust and other things, technological advancements have stopped completely because Starlink is gone at this time. And everyone pays their taxes to the internet man, which is Comstar, who has leaded the charge on trying to get back what we had lost when the Starlink fell in after 2108, when the five houses took over the inner sphere. So and yes, you can play the campaign missions from the campaign itself in the career mode of the game. Will I be doing it? Maybe, if I run into it. But as you know, we are coming from House KURITA, also known as the Draconis Combined. Draconis Combine. Sorry. My first house I started with in BattleTech, and then eventually I wound up more so liking the clans more than the inner sphere. And my favorite clan is Clan Ghostbear. You can figure out who they are on sauna.net as well. But we're going to keep the emblem of House KURITA, and we're going to name it something else. The Red Dragons. That is our mercenary company name for this run. So, let's go ahead and jump right into this and see where we're going to start. Of course, we're going to go over the mech lab, and that's where I'm actually going to start myself, because there's something that I have to do with all of my starting mechs, because I like to have armor around me. Doesn't matter what ton your mech is, you want good armor. Because if you don't have good armor, you can easily get shot. And that's what the armor is there to do, to dampen the damage from ballistic energy missile weapons. But okay, now okay, hold on. This is okay. There we are. I fixed it. That was odd. Hold on. We don't want this like that. Okay. We want this up as far as we can make it without. Yeah. So we're going to pick up this. For each merc rep level 4. That's what our main goal is. Before something called cantinas open up, and but let's go ahead and go over our mechs, shall we? Okay, so this is what we're working with. This is a Jenner 7 35-ton light mech. Almost a medium, not quite. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cold storage, cold storage, cold storage. That way I save money. Okay, now we will go pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Okay, now as you see, we have 24.5 tons to work with. That's actually about to go up, because what we're going to do is we're going to go here to loadout, and we're going to go like this. So we're going to go here, gotta maximize that armor. We're gonna add medium lasers back. Nah, we don't have enough. I'd like to bring this down to 10 and put the rest of it into front. Same way with the right torso. We're not gonna have the missiles on this guy. You don't need it, honestly. So we're going to now drop a bit of head armor, not much. Just enough to give us 3 tons to work with. And that is going to be heatsink, heatsink, heatsink. No jump jets. I'm not really found a purpose for them playing through the career mode. I mean, for the AI, yeah, but for the ones that you control, as you can see, you don't really need them. As you can see in the bottom left of the screen, that icon right there, that minus 63,000, that's how much C-Build it's going to take to refit this thing, and the amount of days it's going to take. So what we're going to do is we're going to start work. Yes, now this is going. Now we will go to the Panther and do the same thing. Load out. We'll hit the max armor button here. Drop the back armor to 10. I think 10's a good number for light mechs, because they really don't, they use their speed to their advantage more so than anything else. I'm going to drop this down to 20 as well. Okay, so we now have PVC. And we can't do that. If we want to do that, we're going to swap this PVC to a medium laser. Yes, the damage output is going to be less, but it's going to allow us to put ammo into, allow us to use all the hard points that this mech has. That includes missile and energy hard points. And SRMs are great weapons early game. Early to mid game. SRMs are wonderful. They do the most damage out of all the weapons early to mid game. It's crazy. But as you can see, I don't like to put ammo anywhere right now, but I don't have a choice because of how this mech is set up. Jump jets go in the legs, which I really don't like. So actually, what I can do is bring this up to 30. No, that would make my legs weak. And if the AI likes to go for legs, that means I'm at that's a very glaring weak spot for them to get at. But it would allow for my head to be fully armored. So we're going to sacrifice our leg armor so we can keep our head armor at 30. So I'll go down here. Okay, 26 in the leg should be fine. Hold on. $27. Okay. Nice. Good number there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a ton of SRM ammo. 2 tons is too much, because this has 320 rounds in it already just for a single ton of ammo. You don't need any more than that right now. But no. Hold on. Now, The rest of this mech is going to be cooling, which is heat sinks. So we're going to do this. There's going to be a lot of heat sinks in this boy. Yeah, this thing is going to be a terror. But hold on. Might as well. 2 tons of SRM ammo. I know I said not necessary, but to make the most out of the stuff that we have. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm going to go like this. Okay. This is the build, guys. A lot of single heat sinks. This thing is never ever going to overheat. It's crazy. Yeah. Hold on. See if I can squeeze this PPC in here. Yes, I can. Okay. Saves me on... heat sinks and stuff. Okay, so... we're now going back to the PPC because... yes. Still, this thing is never really going to overheat at all, so we're going to start to work on this. Now, to the spider. The way I'm recording, it makes everything look off-center. And I don't like it. Really don't. Okay, so this is relatively simple. 2 medium lasers. Max armor. Yeah. 2 heat sinks, medium lasers, that's it. And locust. Baby locust. Boys can be running machine guns, medium lasers. 2 tons of machine gun ammo, heat sink. About a half ton to go in there. Yeah, his firepower is limited, but he's fast and surgical, so that's a bad idea to have that there. So we're actually going to put single heat sink here. Okay, yes, that works. 10 days. So everything has been armored and is being worked on. So now the fun part, choosing a paint, a camo color. So I've already got this pre-ready. Right there. Red Dragons. Yep. There we go. Now, this is the star map. And yes, it's a jumbled mess. Like a really jumbled mess. Really don't like how this recording is looking. Very off center, and I don't like it at all. It sucks so bad. But can't do anything about it. So what we're gonna do, this is the hangar bay. And this is the mech lab. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to clear my throat. Yeah, we got our spider there. Let me take you down there and just let you see how big these things are compared to a human. Okay, for reference, I'm gonna go to the smallest mech I have.